right in this one? Age 21. There's some unknown kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body?
They're all at the first subscription age. If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But Icarites, why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21, of course.
Motherfuckers. Green was probably using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you. You have your 5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may disappoint you.
Wait, what? This is Green. Senator. Attacking his back.
He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it? How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job. I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little slum secretary, Sarah Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah? You there? Fuck. Never stored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting. Just wondering, since you saw what Green's guests were capable of, will you trap their souls in rotting bodies?
Fuck you.
Or will you let them return to Olympus like nothing happened?
What did you do to her?
This much gel could blow up the Senate.
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here.
Yes.
And the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is this?
Or leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
I'm not Green. You can't buy me. The silence in my earpiece was even more overwhelming than my own stupidity. When I was gallivanting in hell, the murderer emerged from there to get Sarah. How could I let myself be tricked like this? Where she lived, not how she lived. I would say below poverty line. If not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up. Somehow I have to find her. Not even have a bar here. Focus, James. Sarah needs electricity. And lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see. Broken cables for sure won't lead me to her. These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here? It doesn't seem connected to the net. Damn it. Electric current powers up the antenna. Must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. It has to be here. I hope I'm not too late.
Sarah?
The murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week. What is this place?
I'd be an easy target.
Police, don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever after.
How did you find her?
Drop the gun, and I'll let you live.
Where is she? Talk!
Drop your weapon and get out. I'm counting to 3. 1. 2.
I'm going through whoever and whatever it takes to save Sarah.
James, is that you?
Shit. Sarah?
How about letting me know you're dropping by next time?
Sure thing.
It's just a scratch. You can't hit anything in this body.
Well, lucky us.
Sunken face, bloodshot eyes like a junkie. James, you know how strung out you look?
The charms of a reimbursed shell. They could only afford Class E.
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking, too. Someone's fallen into bad company here.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
So, are you going to tell me where you got it?
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Cara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
It's all right. You can trust me.
Okay. I rented my body on the black market.
Sarah, what was your motive?
Motive? Seriously?
I'm not judging. I just...
What is this, an interrogation? No, fuck you.
fucking emotions management issues.
James Carver. Kooperationshinweise. Nicht die Frau erwähnen. Nicht diskutieren, sondern ihn ablenken. Er ist Alkoholiker. Probleme im Umgang mit Emotionen.
Living museums. In response to the continuing needs of the populace, the government has taken steps to save our planet's natural heritage. Selected rural nature parks will become living museums. They will become a refuge for all endangered species of fauna and flora. Eingefrorene Erinnerungen. Untersuchungen des unabhängigen Wissenschaftlers und Sozialaktivisten B. Chalmers belegen, dass Erinnerungsstörungen in jedem Jahr, in dem sie in der Gedächtnisbank gelagert werden, proportional zunehmen. George Boyle, der Geschäftsführer des ZFB, lehnte eine Stellungnahme ab. Inoffizielle Quellen zufolge haben die Behörden ein Verfahren gegen Chalmers eingeleitet. Aus Angst vor einer Zensur veröffentlichte Wissenschaftler seine Erkenntnisse in unserer Zeitung. Gefährdete Identitäten. Die Professoren R. Prafford und D. Sinborn behaupten, dass die Übertragung von Ichorid keine Garantie für die Kontinuität der Identität ist. Das Ichorid, das einen funktionalen Organismus für jedes Individuum in einem neuen Körper aufbaut, stellt die Identität nur in dem Maße wieder her, wie es die neue biologische Umgebung zulässt. Aus diesem Grund ist die Synchronisierung für manche Menschen so schwierig. Träumendes Ichorid. Scans einer anonymen Aktivistengruppe, welche die Gedächtnisbank gescannt hat, zeigen Spuren von Aktivitäten eingefrorener Ichorids. Bedeutet das, dass Ichorid auch ohne Körper in der Lage ist, Gefühle zu empfinden oder zu denken oder zu träumen? Acid rains ravaging our planet will not cause the extinction of the flora. The new project involves collecting bulbs and seeds and temporarily creating holographic facsimiles of all plants. The real, most exquisite specimens of flora will still be on display in the roof sections of the living museums.
What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. Back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. Instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but it looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
You sound like nobody was looking after you.
You're on your own fast in the slums, because you can either afford children, or you can afford new bodies. Not both. I was ahead of my family by the time I was 15.
How'd you do it?
We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging for normal people. Portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. First subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back. She only thought of others, never herself. Selfless to a fault. After a month, her subscription expired. We were broke. There was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank. And the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out. No matter what it takes. You're the detective. Now you know my motive.
Oh, fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
Jane Salma. Synchronisierung, der Weg zum Glück. Wir haben bereits den Weg zum ewigen Leben entdeckt. Jetzt ist es an der Zeit, dass Sie den Weg zum ewigen Glück entdecken. Das Buch, das Sie in den Händen halten. Jane Salma, Psychologin und Psychiaterin und bekannt für ihre Aussage, die Synchronisierung ist alles, was zählt, teilt ihre Erkenntnisse darüber, wie wir den Synchronisierungsprozess vertiefen und so ewiges Glück erfahren können.
Tests from the beginning of the month.
Bluttestergebnisse. Jane Salma. Körpernummer, Körperalter 29. Entnahmedatum 1.10.2329. Empfangsdatum 1.10.2329. Berichtsdatum 3.10.2329. Abteilung für Sterblichkeit. Körperkonfiszierung am 20.12.2321. Taylor Adams. Ichorit wird unverzüglich zur Gedächtnisbank gebracht. The Last Chicken. Das haben wir vorhin schon gesehen.
I remember it. This is older than me.
Hühnchen der Gerechtigkeit. Es ist das letzte seiner Art und kämpft für eine bessere Welt. Wenn es dunkel wird, setzt es eine Maske auf und sorgt für Gerechtigkeit. Wenn es im Morgengrauen kräht, tut es dies mit reinem Herzen, weil es weiß, dass es die Straßen seiner Stadt gesichert hat. Zusatz. Löse Rätsel und rufe das Hühnchen der Gerechtigkeit herbei. Hast du das Zeug zu seinem Gehilfen? Testament. Max, Peter, Dario. Ihr habt Antworten verdient. Jede Menge. Aber lasst mich mit einer Entschuldigung beginnen. Ich habe euch angelogen. Ich bin nicht weggegangen. Ich habe alles versucht, um Taylor rauszuholen. Ich wollte euch nicht einbeziehen, weil es zu gefährlich war. Die Tatsache, dass ihr dies lest, ist der Beweis dafür. Es tut mir leid, dass ich euch verlassen habe. Es tut mir leid, dass ich nichts gesagt habe. Und es tut mir leid, dass ich es nicht geschafft habe. Ich habe nur eine Bitte an euch. Und ich habe es mir sorgfältig überlegt. Wenn ich ohne Taylor nicht leben kann, dann möchte ich mit ihr träumen. Ich glaube, dass wir in der Bank gemeinsam träumen werden. Holt mich nicht da raus. In Liebe, Sarah. PS, ich habe alles für euch geregelt. Die Gegenstände sind unten mit euren Namen markiert. Alles andere kann weggeworfen oder verkauft und gleichmäßig aufgeteilt werden.
James, aren't you afraid your memories will eventually fade away?
Lucky me. I don't fade. They haunt me. More literally than I'd like.
You must have some good ones. At least one.
We're at the movies, and Rachel tries to convince me it's a crime flick she's already seen. They were all the same to her. And of course, she's teasing me, and I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. Right now, I'd give anything to be sitting there next to her. I'd focus all my attention on her.
Maybe then you wouldn't remember it. Maybe it's the imperfect moments that create the most precious memories.
This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
And shoot the shelf above the burglar?
I'd have time to reload and finish the piece of shit.
In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy? I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank.
Looks like you covered all the bases. work.
Thanks. I try.
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
Did Dario also write riddles? There was one on the back of the book.
Yes! The chicken of justice could only be summoned by solving one.
What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Points for determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never going to be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Wanna get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
Then how about we get revenge on this whole sick fucking system?
Like that's possible.
We created this system. Or at least let it become a reality.
Speak for yourself. I'm a newborn, remember?
I hope this isn't a tough question. Sarah, how are Max, Dario, and Peter now?
I wasn't talking...
I saw the name on the cabinets. Did they...
But don't worry, they're all alive. And doing pretty well. They rented a legal apartment, floor 40. They have better air than here. Bodies wear out slower.
Bottoms up. Honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
Great. What's our poison?
Slum's chief export, apart from bodies. Moonshine.
Nice. The worse the neighborhood, the better the hooch. What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Okay. I'll trust you. At least I'll try.
Much appreciated.
All right. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? The current model.
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
We can scan the shell and check.
There's no need, really. Let's not.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
They're your nightmares, not hers. You're projecting your fears where they don't exist, and you have to deal with them.
James, I have to save her. Fuck! You understand?
An dieser Stelle geht das Gespräch beim nächsten Mal weiter. Danke fürs Einschalten, danke für Daumen hoch, danke für Likes, danke für Abos und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dahin, euer Sven.